Okay, remember, Easy 2 tips and tricks where you can see everything up close and personal. Alright, today I'm going to show you how to cut the door casing trim in order to get under it with your tile. I find this is where people have the biggest issues doing these bathrooms. You get all the way up to the door casing, then how do you cut the tile, or do you cut the door casing, just the trim? How do you do it? I'm going to show you a method that takes a difficult situation and simplifies it. You still have to be careful. But no further ado, let's get to it. Okay, we are at 2 3/8, all right? The next thing we do is now we mark the tape. I don't know if you can see the line on here, but right here at 2 3/8, I've marked it down, all right? So I know exactly where it is, and same it on both sides. All right. Now I will show you how I ended up with this. All right, this is the hardest part to get right because you don't want to overcut. All right, tolerance needs to be very close. All right, so I'll show you how I got this right here. All right, look at the bubble. There's a slight angle on this tile. That way, any water that gets on the floor, whether you're mopping, the shower overflows, God forbid, anything like that, when it comes to the cabinet, it will push it away, all right? So there's a slight angle here. Now, we're going to go to this trim on the door jamb. I'm going to level this, okay? Get that bubble level. That should do it right there. Well, right there. Okay. Now this is why we marked our measuring tape, all right? The first thing you do is you get it level coming off your tile here, all right? Then we come back and we mark the top of the door jamb with your pencil, all right? Right here. There's the pencil line. Okay? Now, this is 2 3/8, all right? So from this measure, from this mark right here, all right, now we measure down 2 3/8, and that's our mark there, all right? Then I took the speed square, all right, flipped it upside down. All right, right here. Okay, there's your pencil line at the top of the level. There's my 2 3/8. See the pencil line going across into the Stanley. And then we come down to the bottom of that, okay? And that's where I have my mark. Next, I will cut this, all right, at that point. And that's how I did that. Okay, now we're going to take a Sawzall. Okay, I'm going to have to use a back saw. If you notice here, all right, in order for me to get this line, it's going to be cut at an angle, all right, because it's not up enough. All right, so it sits too high, so that's not going to work. Back saw, Sawzall, but I'm not a Sawzall. Back saw or a little Dremel may work as well, but I'm going to have to get a back saw so I can get that cut. Alright, this is a back saw. I had to run over to one of the hardware stores and pick this up, alright, and I can get this trim cut out. Alright, you see I'm using these shims, alright, that's going to hold it at the right height. You could also cut a block and put a block under there. Okay. This is a slow, tedious process, but like I say, take the time to do it right. And you'll be glad you did. You won't go wrong. Now I could have also taken the vice grips and put it on the blade that went in my Sawzall and accomplished the same thing. Okay, but that's if you're in a pinch, using what you've got. Okay, you can see this is going to take some time. Now this is also a finish trick. You can use a drywall knife to help to cut and speed up the process as well. Now this is oak trim. Alright, if this wasn't oak, it would be a whole lot easier. And you want a good sharp blade. And this one isn't real sharp. But this is also another trick you'd think, no way, but yes, it works pretty well. All right. You gotta hang tough. Just gotta hang tough. It'll come out. We're getting it. Slow but sure. Okay, I've got it pretty deep. Now I'm going to take this chisel. Alright. Now let's see what we can do. I'm hoping to speed this up. Okay. Let's cut through a good bit. All right. Okay. All right. Now I'm taking out this one. I'm slipping in this other shim behind this. All right. So that I can create a little space where I can then use it to snap it off. All right, so let's see if I can't get it to snap off here for me. You don't want to beat up that outer edge. You'll never see what's going on back here. All right. I'm cutting through this trim as a means to expedite or getting it removed. All right. All right, get you down here on ground zero. All right, I've got that chip back. I've got it cut that deep. Now I'm trying to just cut through it. All right. And I'll also use this saw here in just a minute. This will expedite the process. All right, I'd like to do a time lapse, but you'd miss the details of what I'm doing. That's what I don't like about the time lapse, is if you don't know, being able to see what I'm doing really makes a difference. Now, I'm expediting the removal, the process of removing this, all right? Now I'm going to stick this back here behind it. That's already coming out, all right? Now, okay. All right, you see where I'm at. All right, I'm behind the piece I've cut. All right, now, Okay. Let's see if I can snap it. All right, you see what I'm doing here. Okay. Now, a little twist. There we go. All right. Now, I'll show you another little trick. I'm going to push this little shim back behind this now that I've got it pulled out. Now that shim is back there behind it, all right. That'll give me some wiggle room and help me to snap that as well. All right, let's see if I can't get the crack. I'm gonna use my saw here in just a second, but let's hit this here now that I've got the shim behind it. Oh, okay, not quite. That shim bounced out. Okay. Now let's get back to the saw. Okay, we're working this. Holding that straight. I'm almost there. I am really close. All right. Okay, work it in combination here. Okay. If that cabinet wasn't over here, it'd make it a little easier to saw through. And this is a thicker side. All right, remember this is oak. If this was MDF or pine, I would have already been done. It would have already cut through it, no problem. Oak is hard. Okay. Now let's get this back saw. And you want this level. You don't want it up or you don't want it down. You want it completely level and straight. Straight and level. Okay, now let's see if I can't pop the rest of that out of there. There we go. Just about got it. One more piece. Okay, and notice the flat side is up. Okay. All right, I think we got it. There it is. I'll show you underneath here in just 1 second. Got another little piece to break loose back here. All right. There it is. All right, now let's get in here. And let's get that back here. Let's pry that out. Okay. It's loose. I need 2 hands to do this with. See, there it is. There it is. It just came out. Now my tile will be able to fit in here now. And if you notice, that's nice and straight. All right. And that little cut you see, you'll never see it. Okay, you'll be looking at it from up here, and I'll restain it, and it'll look just beautiful. All right, there's the end results. We'll show you this up close and personal. All right, remember, if you like this video, subscribe, like, share, comment. Remember, easy 2 tips and tricks where you can see everything up close and personal. Bye for now. If you're still here, I can't stress enough to cut a block the length of your trim just a 30-second below your cut mark, your pencil line, so that you can take your saw and lay it on there to keep it flat and straight and even, alright, as your guide. So cut you a block, whatever the thickness is here, whether it's a 1/2 inch, 3/4, the width, the length of it, alright, so that you have this guide to go by. You can lay your saw on and you know you're exactly where you need to be, alright. You might even want to mount it, tape it to the back of your saw blade, alright, so that you have this gauge here. You can lay your saw on and then cut it perfect, alright. So that's a free tip and trick. So again, remember, easy 2 tips and tricks where you can see everything up close and personal. And if you like this video, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Merry Christmas to everyone, and remember, never give up, because there's always a way. So we gotta hang tough to find out what that way is. Alright, bye for now. I'll be grouting the floor. Before I grout the floor, I'm going to show you how to remove these spacers. Alright, because they're breaking off. Okay, and they're sticking up above the tile a little bit. Okay, I'm going to show you how to remove this so you get it down below the tile, and so it doesn't interfere, the edge of your tile, so it doesn't interfere with your grouting. Alright, that'll be the next video. So stay tuned for that. How to get, when this breaks off and you have a leg sticking up past the edge of your tile, how to remove it so it doesn't interfere with your tiling. I'll show you right here as an example. Alright. There it is. How do you remove that? I'm going to show you how to remove that. Quick and easy. Alright. Bye for now, and thanks for the support and your time.